friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting deck to share. This is what I've been waiting for a really long time, and I'm going to do a little flip through. Let's get right to it. This is the R Black Tarot deck. Just came in the mail today, and it comes in a plain black box. The back is signed, and it's signed and numbered on this edition. It's a two-part box, and it doesn't really have any kind of embellishments or anything like that at all. It's just a plain two-part box. This deck is actually a little bit smaller than standard, which I always enjoy. And an interesting thing about this deck is I'm not sure if it was cut by hand. It definitely has very uneven edges, a slightly thicker cardstock, and it does give it a sort of handmade feel. It's also got untrimmed corners, so you've got pokey corners. And this deck doesn't come with a book, ebook, printed book, but it does come with these cards in the box that have the basic meanings of, of all of the cards. So, real quick, let's do a little walkthrough. I really think the art style of this deck is absolutely gorgeous, and the creator has an Instagram with all of his art, and that's where I first came across the deck. And there was a bit of a kind of a rush for this deck, because instead of selling it via, a website or Etsy or even doing a Kickstarter, he, I guess, had the decks printed, and then if you wanted one, you had to send an email at a certain specific time, and there were, I think, 1,000 copies printed, and you just kind of had to hope that you got a copy. And I was very lucky, and I was able to get a copy. I think this art style is really beautiful and unique. And I noticed, just as I kind of have seen the cards on Instagram, there's a lot of symbolism, interesting symbolism in these cards. I'm really looking forward to using this deck. It's going to be, I think it's going to be one that has to be overhand shuffled, not only because the cardstock feels a little bit thicker, but decks with uneven edges, they don't really shuffle very well. Hand cut type of, what a moon card, how beautiful. And it's still got, some of the traditional Rider-Waite Smith symbolism, but it's also kind of some of these are very unique take on the cards. There seems to be a lot of Eastern influence in a lot of these as well. I don't know very much about the artist, but how's that for an Ace of Wands, though? Looks like the essence of the card coming right out of her piece of chalk. This is, I think, one of the first cards I saw. And I love this because it almost looks like a butterfly the way her collar is. Very pretty. This deck has daughters, sons, mothers, and fathers as the court. An absolutely amazing Mother or Queen of Wands. I think there's a really fresh take on a lot of these cards, and so I'm very much looking forward to doing readings with this deck. I'm not sure if there are plans to reprint this deck. I honestly have no idea. I wanted to show it for anyone who's interested, but as far as I'm aware, right now they are not available, although I will check before I post this, and if there are any, I can link to the artist's Facebook page and Instagram. But I'm not sure at this point if there will be more printed. I know the first batch of 500 sold out right away, and then there was a second batch of 500 released at like a different time of day, so to give people outside the US a chance. And I'm not sure if that second batch of 500 sold completely out. If not, I'm sure it will soon. This is a really beautiful Father of Swords as well. This sense of awe and contemplation. I really like this Three of Pentacles as well. I think this is an interesting kind of a minimalist color scheme, but still very detailed art and very beautiful style of art. Oh, I think those are Mandrake Roots, maybe, looks like. As you can see, as we've gone through the cards, they look like a plain black back, but there actually is a little bit of a very, very light pattern to them. I'll show that when we get to the end. This is also a really fantastic Daughter of Pentacles card. And the Son of Pentacles. I got a thing for bees. I love bees. Oops. There goes that one. Okay. That's an interesting Five of Cups. I'm going to have to sit with that one for a little while. And I think this is a really good depiction of the Six of Cups. This is another beautiful card with the tea leaf reading. Oops. And again, I'm just throwing cards everywhere. Very beautiful Mother of Cups. And last card. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick this up, but there's actually, it's just very faint, and there's there's actually an eye on the back here, and then just a very light kind of print on the back of the cards. They do look reversible. But when I first opened this up, I thought they were plain black backs, and it was only when I, looked closer that they actually, I can see that there's a little bit more there. So I'll go ahead and try to shuffle these, rifle shuffle, but I just don't think it's going to work that great just because of the unevenness. I mean, they actually do bend a little bit better than I expected, but I don't think it really matters, because when you have uneven edges, then no matter how you try to rifle, they just kind of clump. But they're fine on an overhand. I gotta be honest, I don't really love unrounded corners. And I know, I know that these could, you could round them yourself if you want to, but I'm hesitant to do anything to this deck until I find out if there's going to be more decks made available. But it overhand shuffles fine. The cardstock doesn't stick or anything like that. It's pretty easy to handle. So that's not my preferred method, but for this deck, I don't really think there's too much of a choice. I guess that's probably about all I really want to say initially, because I haven't really had time to work with the deck at all. I will be showing, I'll be showing it off a little bit more on my Instagram in the coming days, just because I'll probably be doing some daily readings with this deck. It certainly is really gorgeous when the cards are all laid out together. If you have any questions, you can leave them below. Please feel free to pop by my Instagram if you'd like to see some readings with this deck that I'll be doing over the next couple of days. I will post in the description if I can find any information about availability on this deck. And that's pretty much it for now. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoyed this little quick look through the deck. Again, let me know if there's anything you want to know. And have a fantastic day. Thank you.